Welcome, champions. Come with me quest by quest through the world of Azeroth and rid this world of evil and corruption. And don't forget to subscribe. Okay, guys, welcome back to classic World of Warcraft Cataclysm. We're here with Earthcaller Rundscar and Throm Wildfire. We're up at the northern part of Twilight Highlands. I think it's time to get Twilight Highlands done. Let's get into it. So far as I can tell, the Glopgut ogres right outside the cave here have not yet joined up with the Twilight's Hammer. If we're clever, we can turn the two groups against each other. Let's roll with a little trick I learned in Silithus. First, we'll need to put together a set of cultist robes for you. Head south of here and kill some cultist wind wrappers in the Twilight's Breach. Aside from disrupting whatever they're up to, it'll give you a chance to collect garment scraps. What did you manage to get? I suppose we can piece something together from this. After all, you're not joining the cult, we just need to fool a few ogres. You hear them, adventurer? The voices from the cave, they want to talk, but they ain't got no breath. Let's find a way to listen. The Twilight's Hammer, they talk to the wind. Go to the Twilight Breach south of here and grab the Windspeaker charm from the camp. It'll be atop a stone pillar. We'll need us the breath of the elementals too. Slay the storm vortexes and take what you need. That's the stuff, man. Now you can hear them. The spirits they be talking, but they say nothing nice. Let us bring them to light. Your disguise is ready, adventure. Whenever you go north into Gulbgull Hollow now, your Twilight's Hammer regalia will fool the ogres. The rest of the plan is simple. You kill a bunch of Glopgut ogres, and they blame the cult. Are you ready to create some havoc in the ogre camp? I thought so. Ha 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 ha! I'm sure Twilight's Hammer wanted to number those ogres among their ranks. Now they'll probably have to fight them off instead. This is good, adventure. With one well-placed adventure, we managed to do the work of a small army. I'll let Warlord Krog know of your work here. To see the spirits, we need a special light. A light that lights up one's insides. The light of souls. Twilight's Hammer used them to root out traitors after what we did to them in Hyjal. They just gave one of the Glopglot's ogres as a gift. Inside the Glopgut Hollow to the north, you'll find the great big brute, Thog. He's got him a light of souls. At least he will until you take it from him. Ah, just be it, man. The lens glowing brightly in Banu's hands, casting unearthly rays of light across the shadowy cave mouth. We be ready to bring them spirits out the shadows now. Me friend Uchek is in the cave already. We set up 3 shrines inside. All you gotta do is flush out the bad juju from each one, mon. Go inside the cave here and talk to Uchek. He put you in a trance, put you in the spirit realm. Tread carefully. If you see a ghostly beast, you don't be panicking. Shine the light of souls on the beast for a moment or two, and the light will send them away for good. The light will keep you safe. Now go cleanse the 3 shrines. You see the dead be nothing to be scared of. You brought the light to the darkness, Bon, and never flinched. We can use this cave now as a base of operation in the northern highlands. You're the best, adventurer. It won't be taking much convincing to turn us against the Twilight. That's already our goal. We've already come to battle here, though, so we may be needing your help before we can turn towards their fortress. The Twilight have already brought Ithroth up from the ground to the south. I'm sure you noticed its tentacles have been bursting from the ground all around us. We can use a hand beating them down if you be willing. Thank you, adventurer. A bit of breathing room helps a lot. The Twilight's Hammer have destroyed a Dragon Ball town to the south and are performing their summoning rituals from there. Offered them no respite. To continue with their incantations brings the battle to them. Revenge is bittersweet, but I'm glad we've been having someone as powerful as this done. I'm new to this gig, very new, but you know what? That gives me perspective. These shaman buddies of mine have come up something great, but they're too single-minded. They lean on the elements and they forget to make use of the common materials all around them. In the ruins to the south, I saw those Twilight goons tote in barrels of flammable oil. They used it when they raised the town. I say we use it when we raised them. Now that's what I'm talking about. Can you think of all the uses for this stuff? I definitely can, but I can think of a lot, and I'm liking the possibilities. We are preparing a ritual that may be of use in destroying Izarath, the old god-bred abomination that the Twilight's hammer have brought up from the depths. We are delayed, though, for one of our strongest was captured during an assault on their encampment. Earthcaller Yeva is within the ruins to the south. She is not dead, I am sure of it. Please rescue her. If any of us is deserving of your aid, it's her. Thank the elements that you've come. Did my brother send you? It goes without saying that I had no desire to stay here, but there were materials we needed for the ritual. I delayed it to secure them, and that is what led to my capture. I will return to the circle, but I would be indebted to you if you would finish what I could not. We need hearts from the bound fire elementals that the Twilight's hammer enslave in the western portion of the campment. The elementals are without hope, but in this sacrifice they can extract their revenge. Find me at camp. Thank you, adventurer. You are quite capable. I'm extremely grateful that you chosen to aid us. We are ready to attack the beast. First, we need to destroy its tentacles. Then Yeva will perform a ritual to summon a powerful fire elemental that will drop into its maw. I want you to fly out with our first group attack. Hold steady until an opportunity presents itself, then join the battle with the rest of the shaman in cutting the tentacles down. Take any one of the griffins when you're ready to join the assault. The tentacles swept us off our griffins as well. They were far more nimble than we anticipated. No matter, we were prepared for this possibility. I can summon the elemental from here if you can keep me safe. We knew this was a possibility, but we had no idea how the beast would defend itself. Izarath's body is reacting quickly to our threat. I can complete the summoning from here, but only if you can hold back Izarath's defenses. Keep them busy. We will survive this. I've brought you back from the brink of death, hero. Deathwing is upon us. We need your help. There's no time. Deathwing struck before we could form against him. If you do not stop him, the earthen ring will end this day. You're awake. Thank the elements. I'd almost lost all hope. You were stuck in some kind of nightmare. So are many of the other shaman. It doesn't matter. Our plan is falling apart. Some of our shaman are channeling protective auras that should combat the digestive juices and keep you alive. But we need you to rescue the other shaman from the tentacles. We won't be able to defeat Izarath without them. Don't stay out in the stomach without the other shamans for too long, or you'll be digested alive. United with the earthen ring, we can survive the horrors of Izarath. Now it's time to turn our vengeance upon him. Izarath's brain is revealed. The shaman you've saved should keep you somewhat safe amidst his defenses. Strike at the brain and destroy Izarath. You saved many of my closest allies today, adventurer. I can only imagine what horrors you witnessed within Izarath, but you have the thanks of all the earthen ring. Good, you're back. Saving the world again, I assume? I was dispatched to establish relations with the red dragons in the area, but I'm finding this bunch somewhat less accommodating than the other ones at Wormrest were. I have, however, been told that you are the type that solves problems. A problem solver, as it were. I need you to gain the trust of Lyrastraza at Vermilion Redoubt to the southwest. Of our association with the Dragonmaw has complicated things, but I'm hoping you can ease relations. I'm glad Lyra didn't scare you off. I won't say her concerns aren't warranted, but we have a common enemy. She is perhaps a bit overzealous. I won't be so impolite as to refuse your aid if you're offering it. We are locked in constant battle with the Twilight Drakes and dragons to the south. Our strikes have not been entirely without success, but the dragons coming out of the Grim Batol have been breathing some kind of corruption upon us that takes time to cleanse. Velastraza and Baleflame are attending to our injured brothers. Go and see if you can be of help to them. Callan has become very trusting. It is not often that strangers are permitted within the redoubt. Adventurer, I have a task for you. Take these ruby seeds and plant them at the corpse of any dragonkin that you come across. Twilight or Vermilion, Whelpling or Dragon, it matters not. We need to see that their bodies are returned to the earth, so that life can continue to flourish. In death, there should always be new life. This may be our one consolation during times of war and great tragedy. In this, we deny Deathwing the destruction that he so passionately seeks. In this, life continues. Our dragons are returning from battle covered in twilight corruption flame and pursued by twilight drakes. My menders can tend to our dragons' wounds, but they must be defended. Keep the drakes off of my menders. Lend your healing to our dragon as well if you're able. Thank you for your help with this. Our battles for Grim Batol are never ending. We need to get our strongest dragons back into the battle as soon as possible. We will take Grim Batol back from the Twilight's Hammer and their allies. It may take time, but this is one charge that we cannot forsake. Kalen sent word. The Twilight are within the redoubt. If there will ever be a time when you can earn his favor, this is it. I hope you're as tough as your gear suggests. The Twilight's Hammer have made their way within the redoubt somehow, and I need someone to hunt them down. Fragile Twilight invaders litter the redoubt. They're pouring in from somewhere to the west. There can be no mercy offered to them within this hallowed place. Whatever violence grips your moral heart, release it upon them. You have a talent for killing, I see. In times like these, that has its place. Look, I know you have no reason to be fond of me, just as I am not terribly fond of you, but I need any help I can get. Our eggs are being stolen by these Twilight invaders. I have no doubt that they want to take them back to Grim Batol to experiment on and pervert. I will not let this happen. If you truly do want to help us, stop them, recover the eggs, bring them back to me. I don't know if you did this for me or the young inside these eggs, but it doesn't really matter. Either way, it's clear that you want to be an ally of our flight. I appreciate that. I cannot forgive the attacks by your allies against my brood, but for now, it seems you have chosen the right side. Every inch of air and every hill surrounding the redoubt is constantly under the watchful eye of Lyra's drakes. They must have found a way into the shrine from beneath. Take this flash growth and moat. It should prove more than sufficient to close any hole, tunnel, or portal they might have used to get inside our defenses. Find the breach in our defense. Close it. Well done. Thank you, adventurer. I will not be so foolish as to let such an oversight happen again. Recent events make it even more apparent that holding up here and making sporadic attacks isn't enough to keep our kind safe, much less retake Grim Batol. We need to be more aggressive. We need to strike into their heart. I've already agreed to send dragons to the aid of your commanders. They were already hatching a plan to strike at Grim Batol, so you should focus your attention there first. You should be able to find Patch in Dragon Mall Pass in the canyon below us to the south. You got the dragons in the game? Good on ya. We'd already laid out plans for our ambush by the time the dragons contacted us. They're helping by cutting off their retreat. It's not too late for you to join in on the fun, though. We saved some for you. The ambush launched smoothly. Most of the guards are dead, but a few are still pinned down with the wagons. You can see them just to our west in the canyon below. Get in there and clear them out so we can get this attack on the move. Excellent. Now we can start pushing our ground forces up towards Grim Batol. The gates further down the canyon are shut. Our scouting revealed some kind of stone that they carry in chests in their caravans that they use to open the gates. Get down there and look for a chest key on the bodies of the guards. When you find it, use it on one of those chests on the caravan wagons and bring the gate stone back to me. Good going. Doesn't look like much, does it? Krog started the assault to push up the canyon. He's just past the gate to our southeast. I'm going to get the squad together to join the attack. We'll meet you down there. This canyon is well fortified, but the distraction that the dragons are providing should be enough to allow us to break through. My orders are to accompany you south through the Dragon Mall gates towards the entrance of Grim Batol. We're to clear a path so that the rest of the men can follow us up and secure the entrance. Translation, kill everything that moves and don't be ashamed if you have a good time doing it. The boys are getting angsty. Let's go. We make it look easy. The worms have already taken the battle to the sky above Grim Batol. It's up to us to move our men in by ground and secure the gates. I want you to know what is at stake here, adventurer. Grim Batol is the source of Twilight's Hammer reinforcements to all of the Highlands. If we do not cut them off here, we will not win the battles ahead. I'm sending the Gob Squad with you. Get to the gate to the southeast and get it open. Pat should have any further instructions you'll need from there. Works like a charm every time. Good work so far. We should find the entrance to Grim Batol just past the next gate. I was ordered to secure the entrance and block off reinforcements while the rest of our men press through the pass. We've cleared up the canyon. I'm thinking we get there soon enough. Maybe I can let Tinker have a little more fun. Let's get moving down the canyon to the southwest. We should find the next gate pretty quickly. The gate is clear. Once your people finish clearing the canyon, we will speak to your leaders about the next move. Hello, adventurer. I wish we could meet in more favorable circumstances. The world hangs by a thread, and all that the Titans have wrought may be in jeopardy. It saddens me greatly, but my judgment is final. Deathwing, the horrific creature that was once the Earthwarder and once my friend, must be destroyed. I have prepared a site atop the highlands to the west of the Vermilion Redoubt where I can bring about his end. Seek out the Circle of Life and speak with Leerstraza within. I will join you there. Hello again, adventurer. I hear you were instrumental in our push toward Grim Batol. Thank you. Alexstrasza has sanctified this ground in the hopes of luring Deathwing here. She'll perform a ceremony to lure him out and then destroy him within the sacred circle. Let's hope her plan works.
Mortal, I want you to bear witness to this, but for your own safety, stay back. Kaelin, you too.
I will not leave your side.
Your life isn't yours to throw away, Kaelin. Should I fail, the fate of this world may rest on your shoulders.
Yes, Mother.
Lifebinder, do you presume that I'm at your beck and call? I have a world to unmake.
It pains me, Neltharion, but I must end you, as I have ended Malagos.
End me, Lifebinder. You think life is yours to take away? Life is weak, mortal, fleeting, fragile. Death is final. Death is eternal. Death is my realm. Look upon me, and you see death incarnate, the unmaker of worlds.
I see the hollow metal shell of a once great ally, and the precious gift of the Titans wasted.
Then witness my new gifts, bestowed by this world's true masters!
Alexstrasza and Deathwing have taken into the skies over Grim Batol. Her plan unravels. The Dragon Queen is outside the circle of life she prepared earlier. We'll need to support her with everything we've got. Hurry, climb aboard one of my Vermilion Vanguard behind me. If we find any Twilight Drakes aiding Deathwing, we need to kill them off. Mount up quickly.
They've fallen!
The Earth Warder. He is dead.
Mother, stay still. Your wounds are great.
The Black Aspect's blood is cursed. Wherever it was shed, nothing will grow for 10,000 years. But it is over. We can work now to bottle up the horrors he has unleashed.
Deathwing! He lives!
Impossible!
Mortal! Take the Dragon Queen. Carry her to safety. Now! Run! Get her away from here! I will delay the aspect of death! Take her to safety!
Caleb!
Go!
No!
The sun has set on this mortal world, fools. Make peace with your end, for the hour of twilight falls.
Thanks to your quick action, the Dragon Queen still lives. She's brought back Wormrest to recover. But the battle wasn't a complete failure. Deathwing was gravely wounded. I suspect he will go into hiding to recuperate. Alexstrasza has bought us time to strike. With Deathwing otherwise occupied, we have a grim and daunting task ahead of us. Under charge of the Queen herself, the Black Dragonfly is to be wiped out. I would welcome your aid in this, if it is offered. As soon as you are ready, I will send you with the next flight joining the attack. It seems you are still with us. I'm somewhat appreciative of that. Thank you. The Twilight Drake Hunters use vicious implements to drag our circling drakes from the sky. Hooks that buried into their scales and held the twilight secure while they brought our kin to the ground. We are past the point of peace, past hope for their redemption. The only mercy we have left to offer the Black Flight is the oblivion that they so passionately pursue. Use these hooks to slay the obsidian pry-wings to the south. They should allow you much maneuverability in the air if you used right. You seem to have made use of the disturbing implements with ease. I take solace in knowing that some tools of evil can ultimately still lead to safeguarding life. Nothing is without purpose. The obsidian wormkin litter the landscape to our south. They are in no position to push back against us, but one can never tell what new threat the ebb of battle may bring. I want you to take the fight to the wormkin, clear them out, so that we may proceed with purging this land of the polluting presence of the Black Dragonfly. You've proven a great ally. I would have never expected such upon our first meeting. The great petrified tree that lies before us to the south was once a beacon of life, our beacon. We lost this forest to the Black Flight, and it has since been corrupted and petrified, nearly unredeemable. But all is not without hope. I've brought a powerful tool to begin the healing process. The tree may still be saved. With much time and fortune, and with perhaps a little effort from you, bring this to Alexstrasza's tear and use it within the hollowed heart of the tree. You've started a wonderful thing this day. Amidst all this bloodshed, it may take many years, but this ravaged land will be restored. It will be beautiful again. In the southwestern portion of the obsidian forest, you will find some of the black egg clutches. Many of the eggs can be hatched at any time with a bit of prodding from the right flame. And as whelplings hatch, they will cry out and flock for their mother. Do not worry. If this purging is to be taken to the whelps, that is not a task that I will force on you. I simply want you to let them out and follow them home as they seek their mother. It is she who we must confront. Alexstrasza sent me ahead to the lair, suspecting the black dragon we are seeking may still be here. Judging by the hatchlings, it seems she was not mistaken. Obsidia is one of the last mature dragons that can continue the Black Dragonflight bloodline. She must be killed. If you succeed in killing her, you should inform Leostraza immediately of your victory. She's been fighting a long time to see this done. Thank you for being our Fang in these battles. You've proven a powerful ally. You killed Obsidia within her own lair. Impressive, adventurer. I'm sorry that I could not be there. You're true to your word, and you most certainly have the bite to back your bellow. Thank you. You more than proved your intent and your abilities. Within Grimbatol, cut off, and the Black Dragons routed, the Twilight Hammer are cornered in their citadel. Go to your leaders. You should find them west at Crashblow. Let them know that when the attack on the Twilight Citadel begins, the red flight shall fill the skies above. You may not be able to atone for all the sins your allies have committed, but in this one battle, we shall be by your side. The Twilight Hammer will fall. You've done well, adventurer. We're in the process of preparing the attack now. Garona and a detachment of Korkron are here to assist us. With operations up top in this Twilight Citadel, I need you to escort them there. I've called upon a local tribe of trolls to give us a lift in with their Windriders. The assassins have some things that they need to do down in the Twilight Gate area first, though. Speak with the troll chief, John Jellyneck, and get yourself a detachment of Kokron to drop off. You'll fly them in, and a big red X marks the spot. That must have been exciting. Despite any losses that the Korkron may have incurred along the way, no one will be able to doubt their effectiveness, nor that of Garona, and with you in the mix, it's only a matter of time before victory is ours. I want you to go in there past those boulders to the northwest, at the Twilight Gate. Kill every Blood-Eye Clan Ogre and Etten in sight. Think you can handle that for me, adventurer? And here I thought that today couldn't get any better. I enjoy being wrong occasionally. A pity that we're no longer allowed to drop the plague on our enemies. It would prove quite effective in this situation. Oh well, at least we have our war machines to destroy their precious gates. I want you to take this flare, use it to mark each of the 4 buildings within the Twilight Gate to the northwest. The war machines will handle the rest. I must say that I rather enjoyed the sight of their buildings being hit. If the Twilight Gate is to fall, we must get Skullcrusher the Mountain out of there. Before they left, I saw to it that your Korkon assassins took some explosives hidden in a Twilight Hammer crate. By now, they will have planted them on the steps leading up to the upper portion of the Citadel. I want you to set the explosives off and then signal us when that monster's out of the way. That's when we'll attack and finish off the Ogre compound. Success! Skullcrusher the Mountain away from the Twilight's Gate. It's time to signal your forces at Crushblow to attack. The horns have been sounded. Crushblow should launch their attack at any moment. Now there's only one thing left to take care of. Now while the attack upon the Twilight Gate is launched, there is one last loose end to tie up. Zabrox and Beeblefod, the disciples of Cho'Gall. Intelligence have placed them within the den of the disciples, a small ogre cave at the southwest corner of the Twilight's Gate. You're fairly certain that Lady Cowen and Zayla will want proof of their deaths. The noble lady grins wickedly. That's quite a gruesome trophy collection you have there. I would have believed you if you had simply said they were dead, though I do appreciate the extra effort. Thank you for having the foresight to take care of them. The Twilight's Gate will soon be ours. Time to move up to the Twilight Citadel. Now that the attack is underway, it's time to deal with the Twilight Citadel. If you don't mind, I'd like you to escort the Korkron forces up to Garona. She's hiding somewhere up top. The Korkron squad commander can tell you where. Thank you, adventurer. We look forward to joining you in the assault upon the Citadel. This can't be good. That's a heavy blow to our efforts. Damn that Cho'Gall. It's a good thing that the squad commander told you where to find Garona. Where are the Korkron? There's nothing worse than a self-hating Twilight's Hammer cultist. Nothing. These idiots actually want to bring about the end of the world. That marks them for extinction in my book. Between the Citadel veterans, the corrupted elementalist, and the Twilight Vindicators, you should have no shortage of targets. I could care less of how you choose to kill them. Feels good to get a little blood on your hands, doesn't it? Especially when that blood belongs to such self-deluded fools. Even I got hunted, adventurer, but that's part of the fun of hiding amongst the sheep. Garona studies you for a moment. The Twilight's Hammer has taken it up a notch and sent their dark assassins after me. Nice for a group of dead guys. They're made from the souls of only the most skilled killers. Do me a favor, hunt them down. They wear their souls in pendants about their necks. Bring them back to me. Souls optional. What do you think I should do with all these? Maybe I'll melt them down and have the metal imbued into a new dagger that I can thrust into Cho'Gall's chest. Think there's time for that? There are 3 candidates for ascendancy that need killing. Dame Alis Finson, Master Clem, and Mia the Rose. I want you to serve as a distraction. When the time is right, I'll step in to finish them off from behind. Just make sure that whatever you do, you don't underestimate them, adventurer. Each of those lunatics got to where they are by being ruthless and very good at what they do. That takes care of most of their leaders outside of the Bastion of Twilight. Not bad work, adventurer. Not bad at all. The Twilight cowards have captured and killed many red dragons, but one's still breathing. Do you remember Leostraza? She's chained nearby, and we're going to free her. But first, we need something sharp enough to cut her free. There's an old Etten named Blind Eye the Guardian. He stands watch at the altar of Ascension to the south. He has a purely wrought elementium axe. I wonder if that's Cho'Gall's ultimate weapon. That's a very sharp axe. It'll do the job, but if I'm any judge of weaponry, that's not what Cho'Gall's after. Leostraza is the last and greatest of the red dragons that the Twilight Tamers captured. They're about to kill her, adventurer. You need to take the Elementium axe and free her from her bonds before they do. Isn't she beautiful? So graceful. I hope she gets her fill of revenge and then some. Look at that. Leostraza's destroying them. They're still drakes that she's drowning that needs finishing off, adventurer. We don't want the stinking Twilight healers to get them back up into the air. Time for a little coup de grace. Good thing that you and the Warlord Krog made friends with the Red Dragons. My investigation into Cho'Gall's artifact has hit a dead end. The Twilight Tamer enslaved a group of Wildhammer Smiths, and then they drowned them in the lake when they were done with their services. Corona spits, I hate to say it, but we need help. There's an earthen ring woman, a Draenei named Earthcaller Yeva. She and her pet, Goblin, are southwest at Elementium Mine. They need help with shutting down the elemental portals around here. In exchange, she can help us with our problem. Adventurer, I'm glad you're here. Of course, I'm more than willing to help you in any way that I can. Look, if there's one thing I know, it's elementals. I've been able to really gain an appreciation for how they feel. Let me tell you, they don't appreciate being enslaved one bit. So what I'm saying here is that if you were to free the enslaved elementals, I'm sure that not only would they show their gratitude, they'd also likely turn on their masters. Sound like a win-win to me, adventurer. What'd I tell you? Elementals aren't so bad after all, eh? I used to be the caretaker of the Earthen Rings portals here, but while we were away helping to save Deepholm, the Twilight Tamer moved in and corrupted the area. They are using powerful ascendants to guard our portals. That's where they've made a critical error. I want you to go to the portals and use the controller to overload them. This will unleash all of the portal's energy, debilitating the ascendant. Slay it. The last portal is deep within the mine here, but we'll deal with it in a bit. I have no knowledge of any artifact that Cho'Gall is crafting, but I think I know one that can help. Countess Veril is the ancient spirit of Lok Varal. To the north, she has no love for the Twilight Tamer, who have polluted her waters. Seek her for the wisdom that you seek. I know why you are here, adventurer. Your reasons sing within your fluids. I know about the dead dwarf's forge smith polluting my lake. If you want to find out what his corpse remembers, you must earn it. My arch nemesis, Lord Cannon, has foolishly decided to throw his allegiance to the Twilight Tamer. In the past, we've coexisted with a shaky truce, but this change of heart leaves me little choice but to put an end to him. Or, I should say, if you want the information that you seek from the dead dwarf, you're going to kill Lord Cannon for me. Seek him at Cannon's Infernal to the southeast. I am pleased. Lord Cannon was always an unworthy adversary. Very well, adventurer. I will help you gain the information which you seek. Take my water of life and pass it into the corpse of the drowned dwarf. He was a worker of metals in life, and through his body now feeds my lock. The water will allow him to tell you what you want to know. Then take your information and be gone from my demesne. The Hammer of Twilight? And you say you got this information out of a drowned Wildhammer dwarf? You're kidding, right? Okay, Adventure, we need to get to the Earth portal at the back of the cave. I've procured a ride for us. Why walk when you can ride in style? I hope you don't mind minecarts. Let me know when you're ready. Oh no, my weapons and totems, they're destroyed. You know, while we're here, we might as well take care of the Twilight's hammer intruders. This place used to be ours, after all. I'd help, but with my totems and weapons broken, I'm pretty helpless. They had it coming to them. You know, it's our moral obligation to save all these elementium from the shale spiders. Those creepy things eat the stuff. What a waste. So what do you say, 90-10 my way? Goldmine Sly looks at the pile of elementium shards. I don't think that stuff's going to sell for much. I better give you your cut right now so you don't feel ripped off. Examining the Twilight Rune of Earth, you can almost feel its power extending further into the elementium depths. It's probably connected to other runes. Initiate Goldmine thinks that you should destroy all of them. That'll teach him to move in on our territory. What's that over across the way? That's Magma Tooth, my estranged fire elemental. Adventure, you gotta kill him or he's gonna kill me. It was all just a big misunderstanding. How was I to know he'd be mad about me borrowing his heart down in Deepholm? He can't die, not permanently anyway. He's got the controller to the portal on him for sure. You gotta get the controller, then use it in the fire portal to take us back to the entrance. We survived, and all of the portals are now shut down. You don't think Magma Tooth is going to hold a grudge, do you? We've had some good times. I'm really sorry to see you go, but Garona says she needs you. She said it's urgent. So you want to grab a drink or something after whatever, lady? Good, you're back. It's about time. We know where Trollgall's ultimate weapon is located. While you were here in the mine, I was able to figure out where the Hammer of Twilight is being kept. They created it at the Altar of Twilight to the south. More important than that, the cultists have made a critical error. Cho'Gall is personally overseeing its final construction. Garona begins sharpening her blades. Many Korkron died to bring us this information. The Hammer of Twilight floats in the middle of the altar, unprotected. It was a trap. Cho'Gall lured you in with the Hammer of Twilight so that his Gron can finish you off. Survive and slay his Skull Crusher, the mountain.
Back, vermin!
Insects, weak and small!
Look, mortal, upon the instrument of your undoing.
The hammer! Hand of the gods below!
Forged of molten blood.
Gift of the master! His gift!
Shaped upon the last altar of storm. The Hammer of Twilight!
The hammer of Twilight!
Commissioned by the aspect of death. It is the breaker of worlds. It is not yours to wield.
Kill the intruders! Kill them all!
What Deathwing has set in motion,
No man can stop!
no man, least of all you wretches.
Show them their end!
You did it, Adventurer. You beat that damned Gron and sent Cho'Gall back into the Twilight Bastion. Don't you worry. With your help and that of your friends, we'll get in there and we'll kill Cho'Gall once and for all. Okay, guys. Well, that's the end of the episode and the end of the Twilight Highlands. We attacked the Twilight cultists up by the Bastion of Twilight. Found out the Hammer of Twilight is what they were making for Cho'Gall. So now they have their secret weapon, but we also have stopped them with some of the Red Dragonflight's help. So now it's time to track down Deathwing and see where he's at after we dealt with him here in the Twilight Highlands and Grim Batol. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a big thumbs up down below. It helps out a ton. If there's anything I can do to make these videos more entertaining for you, leave a comment down below. And I hope you guys are subbing so you guys get notifications of every upload I do. Again, hope you enjoyed the video. Have a nice day. Peace.